At Pearl Vision, we know a new year means new schedules, new goals.
But anyway, we rock and roll, just throw some sports stuff out there. One of the things we were talking about, and I'm getting off subject now again, is that we were talking about Barry Bonds.
And you know, Sam, I can only see half of your should have been a movie star face. Can you see his whole face, Javier? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I
my
can see,
phone.
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, it's probably my phone. I need to. I don't know. Okay, all right, but yeah. So you're on live and in full before you tell the audience about our amazing sponsors.
Oh, duh.
This is how we
Hey,
get
you know
paid.
what? Big Sam and Nephews is sponsored by
Thank you.
My Guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue in the wonderful city of Fresno, California. The owner of My Guy Market, also, My Guy Market, they also make the Checkmate sandwich. It's a yummy Texas steakhouse sandwich. That's their main sandwich. And then the owner, Floyd Sanchez, great guy. Eddie, the cook. I don't know if you were not on. I told the public last week I went to My Guy Market. I finally went to My Guy Market. It's not that far. My Guy Market is actually right. It's on Belmont Avenue, but it's not. You get off of 99 and then you make a left and go back kind of like east on Belmont, and it's on the right hand side. Nice, nice location. So anyway, I went there and Eddie hooked me up with a sandwich, and we had a nice time. But anyway, Eddie, I want to give you always big shout out. Floyd, big shout out. You guys are just they're all right with me, man. Also, my other
One and only.
sponsor,
Absolutely.
yes, and my other sponsor is Big Checkmate. It's also sponsored by Fresno Social Sports, where adults can come and play, and they can have fun, and they are building the community one game at a time. And Fresno, you can join Fresno Social Sports at FresnoSocialSports.com, and then my friend Eric DeYoung is the owner of Fresno Social Sports. They do a lot of things for adults, like they're playing indoor soccer now. They have kickball. They have a prom in like June, I think it is, for adults. If you've never gone to prom and you want to go to the prom with your wife or whatever, girlfriend or whatever, you can go down in Madera, California. There's a place there. They did the prom, so
That sounds like fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
I might go one. Well, I don't have a date, so that's my problem. So I'm just kind of.
I don't either.
I couldn't afford to go back in the day.
Now, you know what? I'm not going to. He's being very, very humble. Let's put it like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, we were talking about get going again. We're talking about Barry Bonds. Should be in the Hall of Fame, and I hate to keep harping on it, but I guess I am a harper, and some of the other people that should be in the Hall of Fame that aren't in the Hall of Fame. But I think a lot of it has to do, and Nate and I and Frankie were just talking earlier offline. I think a little bit of racism is in there, not a lot, but there's a little bit of racism in there because a lot of and the writers don't like Barry Bonds.
He was
Barry
not
Bonds,
the personality.
No, he was.
no,
Right.
no, he was. But I think the reason why Barry Bonds turned that way, and it's been said, because they crucified his dad.
Yeah.
Bobby Bonds was a heck of a everything athlete.
I'll tell you what. I think Bobby should
be in too.
because he was the first that did it as sort of bodacious. And when I say bodacious, I don't mean behaviorally. I'm talking about he was 30-30 every year. And
Right.
it was a big deal when he first did it, and he did it like for fun. You know, he did it all the time.
Right.
But
he,
you know, I think he should be in.
yeah,
And
because Bob just got 300 stolen bases
he's
and 300 home runs.
300. Yeah,
300.
right.
It's like, that's
He was
incredible.
Ricky Henderson before Ricky Henderson.
Absolutely.
He has 461 stolen bases.
461
Bobby?
stolen bases.
Okay. Well, that's why
Wow.
America, that's why it's important to have a brainy stats man, right? To
And
keep us.
he is a brainy stats man.
Yep.
There you go.
Just saying. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to mention that, but I'm going to stay on track.
Let me ask you this, Sam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fresno puts out some athletes, right? A buddy of mine told me that he lived in Fresno for a little while, and he was a football coach, Michael Coleman. You might recognize that name. Sac High, right? Okay.
From Sac High.
Right. He said he coached. He said he coached Icky Woods.
Ooh.
Oh my God!
Icky Woods.
Is Icky from Fresno?
Yes. I want to tell you a quick story. Icky is born and raised in Fresno, right?
Right.
Icky's biological grandfather was married to my grandmother.
Who?
Grandma Wood.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you the truth, brother.
What in the holy heck?
Yeah, Icky Woods' grandfather was O.C. Woods. He was married to Grandma Woods.
Wow.
Well,
I never put that connection together.
I have a question for you, Javier. And by the way, America, Javier he never says it, but he was a phenomenal athlete. You know, we all played. Everybody on this panel played, but Javier, I mean, there's guys that play, and there's the guys that probably should have gone to the Olympics.
Yeah.
25-3 as a
sophomore.
That's for those that don't know, that's a mighty heat.
I was 24/7 all the time. I could jump 24/7 like it was nothing.
Right.
Like that was the regular jump. Like I could jump 21, I could jump 22 feet off my off leg.
Right. Right. Yep.
Wow.
See, there you have it, America.
You were a freak of nature.
You know, they say that
a freak in nature. Okay, bad joke.
Well, yeah, you know, so every sports show needs a celebrity. Well, Javier is ours, just so you know, America. And so Icky's cousin / nephew. My question to you, Javier, is since you guys are kind of related, can you do the Icky shuffle?
Oh man, you know what? Okay, funny thing. No, yes and no. But when I was growing up, for some reason, I used to love the Bengals. And so watching Icky Woods play, I used to love watching him run the ball.
Right.
And yeah, that little hop, hop, hop. Boom.
When he got in, yep.
So
he made that.
He was one of I mean, you know, I was probably like 7, 8, 9 years old, but he was one of my favorite running backs to watch. Other than Jerry Rice, you know, when they played the 49ers in the Super Bowl, I was torn who to root for because I was such a big Icky Woods fan. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I picked the right side to go with the 49ers fully, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but see now you know he's your long distance cousin.
Wow.
He doesn't live in Fresno anymore. I think he lives in Ohio. But
so Icky is O.C. Woods. That's Grandma's. That's
Grandma Woods. Grandma Woods.
Okay.
Here's the story. Really.
You gotta tell me who Grandma Woods is. Hold on.
Grandma Woods is your great grandmother.
It's Grandma's mom. It's your mom's.
Right.
It's your grandmother. That's
your grandmother. It's my grandmother.
That's your grandmother.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah. So anyway, her first husband died kind of early on in life, and then in Texas, and then the family migrated to California. My mother was married in Los Angeles. My father was in the military. He got out of the military, and then he stayed and he worked in L.A. Well, my mother and my grandmother, Grandma Woods, they lived with my great aunt. Well, anyway, as the story goes, they ended up moving. Grandma Woods moved to Fresno. My mother and father moved to Fresno. Your mother was born in Fresno. Your Aunt Marie was born in Fresno. I was born in Fresno. Your grandfather Williams got a job in Sacramento. I was 2 years old when we moved to Sacramento, and then we went from there. We operated from Sacramento. So, but our ties were always tied to Fresno. I was born in Fresno. I basically lived everywhere in America. I lived in Alaska, Chicago, Boston, Miami. I've been around the block, so now I come back here.
And then your grandmother married O.C.
Right. So
Woods.
anyway, Grandma Woods married O.C. Woods, who was Icky Woods' grandfather. So that's how we're related through marriage.
Gotcha. Through marriage, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So that, yeah. So anyway.
Well, in fact, it was Ronnie Lott who said, he figured that Icky was important to, as much as possible, neutralize. So he's talking about it. He's being interviewed after, probably a couple of years after the game. He said, "Man, he's a great player, but I had never seen anybody hit him. If you go back and watch the game, he pops him real good. I think he was going either diving for a first down or a touchdown. And he pops him real well. And
yeah, he was a good back. He was a good football player. Icky Woods was an excellent football player.
He was real good. Yeah,
he
wasn't just a dive guy. I mean, he could get. He was one of those guys. I mean, he was close to a sure thing to get you 2-3 yards to get a first down.
Kind of like a Marshawn Lynch.
Right. Yeah. Not a lot of speed, but power. Power when he ran.
But see, I mean, he could break you a 15, 20 yarder every now and then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't stop him at the line,
you're done.
Well, I mean, ain't no little 190-pound cornerback gonna. I mean, you better come with a little more than that. Right. Or maybe you better bring those 190 pounds and a lot of heart, because if the linebackers don't get him, then, hey, he's got some momentum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had I mentioned this before. I worked in 1986. I moved back to California from Alaska, and I started working a job. I know nothing about the roofing. I learned about the roofing job, but I'm not really expert on roofing, but I learned as I, went along in life. But anyway, long story short, the guy that owned the roofing company was Reggie Young. I knew Reggie Young. Reggie Young went to Rancho Cordova High School.
Who's Reggie Young?
He's a halfback. One of the really a good halfback out of Rancho Cordova. Let me go back. I'm telling a story. I'm gonna get it right. They had probably the greatest all-around athlete ever to play at Rancho Cordova High School. Not Jerry Manuel.
Oh,
remember that name?
Oh yeah,
Jerry Manuel.
MLB manager.
Yep, but he played football, basketball, and baseball, and excelled at all of them. He was all Sacramento County. At that time, there was Sacramento County, all-star. He was that guy.
Right.
That. But anyway, long story short. So, and then they had Gerald Woolhite. And before Gerald Woolhite, they had a guy named Reggie Young. Right. Reggie Young was in between Manuel and Gerald Woolhite. Gerald Woolhite ended up playing for the Denver Broncos. Good halfback, too.
Yes.
Anyway, Reggie Young, was a good acquaintance of mine at the time. So anyway, long story short, he played for the University of Hawaii, right? He played with. You remember Jesse Sapola?
Yeah.
So Jesse Sapola, I was I came to work one day and I said, "Hey man," tell him the story. Man, my nephew, I didn't know he had a connection like that. And my nephew, my older sister wouldn't let my nephew, my other nephew, Chauncey, play football at all. He's bummed out because he was going to play for Hiram Johnson High School. So anyway, long story short. So anyway, he so Reggie took care of it. He said, "I got you, man. I'll get you a pass." So we went to Rockland, California, which was the training camp for the Niners, and
Right.
a summer of '86. I took my nephew and I went down there, and the great coach Bill Walsh. We were walking up this pathway to where the practice field, because what happens is in Rockland they had it all secluded. But there were like 10,000 people were there just to watch him practice, right?
Yep.
So we're walking up this walkway, and Bill Walsh must have thought I was a coach. Well, I guess I am a coach, but he said to me, Bill Walsh says, "Man, those guys sure are kicking ass." And he smiled and walked past me, and I thought, wow, that is the great Bill Walsh.
The great
So
Bill
then
Walsh.
He changed the game.
He did.
Yeah.
He really did. He is the creator of the West Coast offense.
Right.
And he brilliant mind, brilliant guy. Oh, by the way, Roger Craig is in the Hall of Fame now.
Roger got in.
Congrats.
He got in. We were talking about Roger Craig. How come Roger Craig never got in? Well, he's now in. He's in. Anyway.
Guy.
Yeah, so anyway, we went. And so we sat down, sitting there watching them practice and everything. So everybody, Ronnie Lott, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, who else? Charles Haiti was on the team at that time too. He's now Hall of Fame. All these guys I mentioned are all Hall of Famers, man. So I told my nephew, I go, man, go get some autographs. And he got the autographs and everything. Well, then we went and had lunch. It was lunchtime. We had a pass. So we went in, just kept it going. Got a tray, went in and sat. Remember Kevin Fagan, the lineman Kevin Fagan?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he remember him. Kevin Fagan, Jesse Zapola. We sat and ate lunch with the lineman, right? Well, then they couldn't be any better. We walked out of the cafeteria. Well, they had a break. They had a break. They went and laid down and everything. So the Madden mobile, John Madden, pulls up in the bus right in front of the cafeteria. We walk out, and I'm just so like amazed. It's like, wow.
Yeah. Right.
So anyway, I went out to John Madden, and of course I shook his hand and said, "How are you?" He's a great coach, great guy. And I guess Madden was friends with Bill Walsh. They all knew they all go back a long ways back. So anyway, but John Madden let us take a tour of the Madden mobile, the bus.
The bus.
Me and my nephew walked on the bus. Went all the way back to the rear area at the back. It was a nice little area back there for he and his wife, because his wife was traveling with them too, So nice lady. So anyway, that was my story.
Do you know why? You know why John Madden had the Madden mobile?
Because he was afraid to fly.
Yep, he would not fly. Nope.
He took train, and then finally they said, they got to give him a bus, And I met one of the bus drivers too.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
Just
And Wooden had an undergraduate degree in petroleum engineering.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And and now the guy ends up, he is the maker of the West Coast offense. There's other, as time goes by, there's other derivatives of the West Coast offense. Different parts. Like, but it's still created. It's all from the West Coast offense, is what I'm saying. And then they had, of course, when Bill Walsh retired, then George Seifert took over, right? Just a football coach. Now Niners won another Super Bowl. Another Super Bowl.
Teams were stacked.
You know.
That was a team back. In fact, Eddie D, just this week sometime, they were talking about maybe he was being interviewed. I didn't see the interview, but they talked about on KNBR what he said, that it's been 30-something years since the Niners last won a Super Bowl. And Eddie said, if I was the owner, that would never happen.
No.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's for sure. Eddie D belongs
he was
to the Hall
the
of Fame.
man.
Eddie D belongs to the Hall of Fame.
He should be into. But I guess, you know, there was reports that Eddie D. Bartolo was part of this mafia group. But see, what Eddie D what they did was they made malls. That's what they made. They did that for a living. He and his crew, they went out and they made these malls. So as quiet as it's kept, the Mall of America in Minnesota, Eddie D. Bartolo's group had something to do with building that mall.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nor did I. I've been to the Mall of America, and I mean, a mall is a mall. That thing is humongous. It's massive. But the big thing to me was to see they saved the space where Harmon Killebrew hit his 586 home run or something like that, maybe 500, and that they took the chair out of the stadium that it landed in and put that chair, elevated that chair. You probably know this, Sam, to the exact spot where the ball hit the chair. It's kind of up there by itself. And Harmon Killebrew, you know, I always dug old Harmon. He seemed like a pretty decent guy.
Right. He just passed away pretty recently in the last couple of months. But yeah, but see also too.
Harmon? No, he's been gone longer than that.
Well, I'm just saying, but
the
other thing is that home plate is in the parking lot of the Mall of America.
Right.
In the parking, there's home plate. They kept that. They kept the chair, you know. And so that was a very significant stuff I learned, you know, as the time went by.
Right.
But anyway.
So hey, quick question.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. Common day sports. I don't watch the WNBA, but I was enthralled with a ball game last night between South Carolina and LSU. And Javier, you called it a couple of times recently. You said that the women's game is elevating. I think it's improving / growing at warp speed. I saw some players. Yeah. I saw some players, you know.
Who won the game?
South Carolina. They're number 3 in the country. That's Dawn Staley's team.
Right.
She's the coach, you know.
Right.
And LSU is like number 5 or 6 or something like that. I think number 6.
They're in the top 10.
Yeah, no, for sure. But South Carolina has beaten them like 17 straight times or 18 straight times now.
Wow.
So they've got their number. But they both had players. They both had, I mean, looked to me to be certainly first rounders, maybe even lottery picks in the WNBA draft. One of them, the flashiest of the two, or actually there's more. There's like a bunch of kids that are going to be in the WNBA, right, or play overseas professionally. There's one from LSU. She has kind of a sort of a modern urban name. Last name is Johnson.
The girl that's a rapper.
Yes, she's a rapper.
Right, Flochet or something like that.
That's it. Flage. Because it reminded me of Strong J in what movie? It was my favorite movies with Eddie Murphy. You know, Sam.
I heard that name before, Strong J.
Yeah.
Not trading places, but Boomerang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Remember Strong J in that. Hopefully she doesn't act like Strong J, but you know, you got to see Boomerang, Javier. It's kind of a classic.
I've seen Boomerang.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I remember it, but I can't remember what the movie.
And her name, from. Right. Yep. Her name reminded me of Strong J. So it's Flange Johnson. Yeah. She's a player, man. She's a player. Offensively and defensively. And then South Carolina had several, you know,
Well,
I'll be
there
enjoying
is
the card.
always a bidding war every year between Connecticut and South Carolina because Don Staley has done an excellent job
She has.
with South Carolina, and when players want to go play for her,
Right. Yep.
you know, just like players want to go play for Gino up there
Right.
at Connecticut, you know.
Right.
But
They
yeah,
both put together tremendous programs.
right,
And
right,
UCLA is number 2. But I remember
right.
like 5 or 7 years ago when Stanford played Connecticut in the final, and Stanford's big star went out like a week or two before, and you know, I'd seen Stanford play several times. They're a big, strong team, man. I mean, it's the California team with a bunch of Nebraska corn.
Well,
I mean,
Stanford was another team that coach for Stanford and her crew. They went out. They pounded the pavement. They actually had. You know, I don't know if you remember this or not. Maybe Nate, Frankie will remember this. The one girl named Carolyn Moos, Moos, big girl, about 6'6", 6'7", played center. She's from Minnesota. When I was covering sports back in Minnesota, I used to watch her and cover her the whole time. She was like Player of the Year, Carolyn Moon. They said she was going to Stanford, and she went. And I think she got hurt at one point, but she was a big to do at the time. You know, coming out of high school, also. You know, so just
yeah,
FYI.
yeah, sure. So the
You
women's
know,
game, man. I mean, the more and more that you have players like Flangé Johnson or the number 5 from South Carolina, vicious, man. His 3-pointers, like she's deadly, you know. Or like what's our girl that's probably going to end up going overseas? Caitlin Clark, you know.
right.
Pretty soon, the way I see it, pretty soon everybody's going to have one or two like that or something like that kind of thing.
Right. Right.
And the women's game will elevate, you know, and
Well,
maybe
it
catch up.
already is. It
Oh
already
yeah,
is,
oh
Nate.
yeah, oh yeah.
It's just,
That's for sure.
man,
Sure, yeah.
it's just, you know, the crowds are getting bigger, you know, in college basketball. You used to be when I was coming up. Uh, I don't even think I can't remember if Consumers had. I don't think Consumers had a girls basketball team at the time. They didn't have a girls
And for our
basketball
listening
team.
audience, Consumers is one of the 3 JCs here in Sacramento.
Right. Yeah, they didn't have a girls basketball team. They just had we just played, and that was it, you know. But back then, when I went to Consumers in 1972, and I went to play football, and then me and my buddy at the time, we were like tied together, like, you know, inseparable. So anyway, um, we were in the weight room lifting weights, and there was a new basketball coach, black gentleman named Jim Clark. He was from down in the Southern California area. He had coached down there, and he took a head coaching job in Consumers. So and was that he came in the weight room, and he knew our names. He knew our names. And that was like, what? I'm a different sport. I'm getting ready to go play football, and spoke to me to this day. He's probably passed away by now, but at that time when we switched, man, he never. I used to walk. Consumers was like three buildings, and that was it. The gym area, the cafeteria area was like bungalows, and then it would rain, and so we had to walk these planks. You know, walk the wooden planks to the gym, walk the wooden planks to the sort of like the main building, and then walk the planks, you know, over to the cafeteria area back then, you know. So it was like,
Yeah.
but you know, but anyway, that was kind of sort of a misnomer because they never had a girl. In women's basketball, I seen it develop through the years because I actually coached in Alaska, I coached in Minnesota, and as the time went by, like I seen, I used to cover high school basketball, and Paige, who's now in the WNBA, that played. She was injuries kind of wiped out her college career, but she was player of the year in Minnesota, and then she went to Connecticut, and everybody was like, well, I don't know why she didn't go to the University of Minnesota. Well, they don't win. They haven't had a winning season, really, probably women's basketball in Minnesota, probably since Lindsey Whalen was playing for Minnesota. And that was a long time ago, So anyway, it kind of, as basketball starts to generate and get better, women's basketball has gotten better, more exciting, more, watching it now. See, now Super Bowl's over with now, so now we're really we're back into hardcore basketball now. You got basketball going. Watching, you know what, guys? What I really like to watch now, and it's on CBS Sports, is that bull riding.
Oh, for real?
I'm into that.
8 seconds, baby. 8 seconds.
Let's
do it.
I'm into that. Yeah. So now they changed this around. Now they have teams. Today I saw the bull riding. They were in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and different teams. They got a team out of Las Vegas, team out of Oklahoma, teams from all around the country, and they all compete. They come and they compete. And if they get I think the team with the highest points wins, and then that's a win for you, and then you go on to the next town. Like they do bull riding in Sacramento.
Yeah, that's a big event here.
Yeah, last year I saw where they were at the Capital One. The Capital One. They were in there doing a bull. I said, "Wow."
Oh, that's one of the big tour stops. Always
right, Sacramento
for several years.
Yeah, Sacramento. Yeah. Well, Sacramento is just is a glorified country town.
Yes, country city.
Basically, it's a never.
I think. Yeah, there's some country, but I don't know that CNW is
a lot of country. It's a lot of country. It's a lot of country.
It's surrounded by a lot of farms.
Oh, surrounded.
It is.
The people work for the state here, and I think Sacramento to me seems like it's a meat and potatoes town.
Sacramento should be in the Midwest.
I've said many times, it's a Midwestern city.
Get out
I've said the same thing. Yeah, right.
Yep. Sacramento should be in the mid. You put Sacramento right by Kansas City.
Same thing.
Same thing. The other thing, and I'm gonna go back in history, and Frankie probably remember this. Remember the Buffalo Braves basketball team? They ended up moving to Kansas City. And then from Kansas City, they ended up moving to Sacramento.
Right.
So the Sacramento Kings originated out of Buffalo, New York. Just kept going west,
Yeah.
And they changed the name from the Braves to the Kings in Kansas City.
They had some great players.
Kansas City.
Oscar Robertson.
Right. Kansas City was kind of like a mid-stop in the Midwest. The basketball is big in the Midwest now. College basketball is big in the Midwest now. And I watched what did I watch today? I watched Illinois and I'm trying to remember the other team. I'm having a brain fart now.
Say what? So who do you like in the
The NCAA.
We're a month away from the Final Four, I think.
Yeah.
We're a month away from March Madness, I should say.
They're probably not going to ever win, but they're always a competitive team. Kelvin Sampson, the University of Houston, does an excellent job. Excellent job with
Who do you like?
with that Houston team.
I think Duke's.
Yeah.
I think Duke's gonna win it.
Okay.
Really?
But yeah.
You know, is that like Arizona?
Nah, they ain't got nothing for them boys, man.
All right.
But
It's a stretch.
North Carolina is a sleeper.
All right.
That's my sleeper team.
They just don't. They're not consistent though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
that's their problem.
You just got to get on a roll for 3 weeks. You just got to win 4
games.
True.
That's true. Yeah,
who do you got? Who do you got, Frank? Who do you got?
In
NCAA men's.
men, I can't call it.
Right, gotcha. I can't either. But Javier sounded pretty good when he's talking about Duke, and I mean I know that's a team program. So, yeah, I haven't watched one game this year, so we'll see. We'll see.
Well, Connecticut, they're always competitive too. Connecticut's a very competitive team too.
Yeah, UConn. Mm-hmm.
UConn is a very, very competitive team, and you sleep on UConn, you're in trouble. They'll light you up. That's the same thing with anybody. Duke was always going to be in there because they get the top players. They had a top player last year, but they didn't win.
Yeah.
Somebody knocks off Duke. Duke can be beaten. They've already.
But if you bring in a top guy, freshmen almost don't count. I mean, got to give them a season to mature, catch up to the speed of the college game. Maybe eat some steak and potatoes kind of thing, and whatever, right?
But I think with Duke, their freshmen are in most cases, not all cases, in most cases, they're ready to go. Like now, Boozer's a top player. The Boozer's son.
Well, I was gonna say, didn't he have a dad?
One son plays a guard and one son plays a power forward, and it's
the one that's a power forward.
Science and anatomy. Didn't he have a dad? Why I figured that out?
But anyway,
dad play for Duke?
Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Boozer played for Duke and had a nice pro career. Actually, strangely enough,
he was kind of strong-bodied, as I remember.
Yeah. Carlos Boozer was from Juneau, Alaska.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so, he won some state championships for his high school, for Juneau High School in Alaska. They upset East High School, which I used to coach at East High School. But anyway, he ended up.
You know who else jumped 25-3 in high school?
Who?
Bobby Bonds. He went 23. Who do you got this early season, spring training? Who do you guys have in? What's it look like to you?
Not the Braves, because we keep on missing out on players.
So what about your guy that was out last year, the best player on the team?
He'll be back. We're missing. I mean, the Braves specifically is missing.
Acuna?
Yeah,
is that Acuna?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about Spencer Strider? How long is he out?
I don't know, because I think he had arm surgery.
Arm? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
I think he had arm surgery.
Or was it?
One of them had Tommy John. One of the pitchers had Tommy John.
That's probably Strider.
Yeah, one of the pitchers had Tommy John. So that you start off spring training, low. We just got rid of, but we couldn't sign. What's the big Dominican guy?
What position?
He's played DH.
Did the Braves already have him?
Yeah, he was on the Braves. He just got signed to another team for like a year contract, but so we missed out on that, and then we missed out on the guy that my cousin just sent it to me. We missed out on the dude that he just got let go from. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Where's Melvin? Melvin, help me out, man. He's online right now. Castellanos, we just lost that on him.
Oh, right. He was in Cincinnati for a long time.
Yeah, man. So
right-handed
DH. We should have had. He went to the Padres.
He can hit.
Yeah. So and we needed that would have been a filler bat, right? For your starting lineup, that would have been a filler bat. So I don't think Braves would be good, but
they won't be great.
Yeah,
they won't be great. But I'll tell you what,
it's gonna come down to the West Coast teams again.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you what, Nathan. I just saw there is a 17-year-old Dominican player just signed a huge contract for the Giants.
I know.
See him.
He was he was the top prospect.
Yep. Well, he will probably be playing for the San Jose Giants this year,
Ooh.
and I'll get a chance to see him play.
Ooh, I want to see him play.
No, he's from the Dominican.
Yeah.
No. He's going to start in the DSL, the rookie league.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He'll
be playing. He'll be playing for San Jose.
No. San Jose. I think that he's the type. They say he was the or one of the top prospects. I think 2 years in a row we've signed the top international prospect. And Hoswar somebody Hoswar, JUSAR or something like that. And he'll start in the DSL he's probably 16, maybe just turned 17, and get his feet underneath him, and then he'll maybe move up to that's rookie ball.
Yeah, and rookie ball is in San Jose.
No, it's not. No, that's single A.
Right, but at some point I'm gonna probably see him at some point this year.
At that, okay,
they're gonna move him up.
Okay, no. San Jose is high. See, there's two A levels. There's low A, and high A. San Jose is high A. Our low A is in Augusta. Is it Augusta, Georgia, or no? Salem, Oregon.
Salem, Oregon.
Right. That's our low A, unless they moved recently, but I think it's still in Salem. So I don't see him going to San Jose, even if he was a superstar. You don't rush kids that young. I wouldn't do that. So I say if he has a phenomenal season, let's put it to the test. Let's see where he ends up. You know what? If he ends up in San Jose, Nathan eats his words. I'll say it online. I'll say it to America, right? And of course, to my guy, Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue with the phenomenal Checkmate sandwich and social sports where adults play. Yeah, right. I would say it in front of everybody.
But the only reason why I think that, Nathan, is because there's another guy who's now in Double A
Checkmate sandwich
for the Giants. Big hitter, big guy.
You're talking about
the guy from Cuba. I think he was either Cuba or from the Dominican, but I thought he was from Cuba. I could be wrong.
The Giants. He's in our top 30.
Yeah, big power hitter.
You're not talking about Bo Davidson. That sounds American.
No, This guy was a Latin guy.
Right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed hitter, big boy, big power hitter. Yeah, he didn't. I saw him last year, and I saw him the year before last, and which is what the Giants ended up beating Fresno and the playoffs. The playoffs here is a quick. It's like 3 games. Boom, boom, boom. And they won both. They won the game. First game here, they beat us. Then the team went to San Jose and they beat us in San Jose, and we were done.
Right. Well, I want to see who this big power prospect is, because I take a look at the top 30 several times a week.
Yeah, I want to say he's got to be in Double A now, because I know the last 2 years he played down because the fans were all mad. Well, why? Well, it's baseball, man. It's not cheating. It's just they want to win. Yeah. So they move him back. He'll come down and play single A, and then he'll do his thing, and then he'll go back up. And so I'm thinking that he's probably going to start out either AA. I don't see him, and
you're not talking about this guy has thunderous power, right-hander, kind of has like a Frank Robinson build.
Correct.
Okay. Well,
big at the top, big shoulders.
Big shoulders. Yeah. If it's this guy, he was hurt. He was down at probably single A, then double A, just getting at bats to get himself. He broke his arm last year in spring training, diving for a ball to right field. If we're talking about the guy.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna say yay or nay.
Right.
But but the Giants always come up with some of the best players. They always do. Which is sad. Because they do. But last year, they signed the team I work for is the auspices of the Colorado Rockies. See, I'm using the $7 word now, America. The auspices of the Colorado Rockies, and for whatever reason, last year we signed a young man, big contract, Holiday. His dad played about 10, 11 years in Major League Baseball. I actually talked to the dad last year. Very nice guy. And the boy's like 18 years old now, but he signed. Holiday. Who was it?
Jackson Holiday.
There you go.
Right.
Very nice. Yeah, nice guy.
I think
good player.
Second overall or third overall or something.
Yeah, he
could have been number one. There was debate about taking him number one.
Yeah. He was the best player. Sporting News had him as the best player in America, best baseball player in America last year, and he's a shortstop. And when he got here, the shortstop they had, you can see it. The shortstop they had was now the third baseman. The third baseman they had went to first base. The kid, he came the latter part of the season. Like about a quarter left of the season.
He came up to Colorado.
Yeah, he came up. Yeah, he came up. Nathan, I work for the Colorado Rockies.
I believe you.
Right. So I see all this stuff all the time.
Or a couple of years ago.
Do what?
Did he get drafted last year or a couple?
No, he got drafted last year by the Colorado Rockies.
And he made it to the big leagues in less than.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Let me go back. America. Let me go back. He signed last year, $11 million contract. Holiday.
Brought him in to introduce their first round draft choice. Yeah, I got you. Everybody does that. Right.
And so now the question is, will he come back and play for us, or will he move on up, through the system? I think he'll be. I just say he'll probably play half the season here in Fresno, and they'll probably move him up because his brother, he's got an older brother who's about 21 now, just turned 21 last year. The brother plays for the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah,
they moved him up. They moved him up quick.
Well, typically, when you demonstrate, it's not even, we need a shortstop. You just don't. You could ruin somebody's career like that. You
could.
Yeah, they really are really careful about moving up too fast. You could blow a guy's confidence. He's skipping levels, so he doesn't learn the things he would learn at that level. He doesn't get the chance to fail repeatedly and then learn how to work his way out of that failure. That's what the minor leagues are all about. So, what is Fresno? Is that your single A team or?
Correct.
And that's not Colorado, is it? I thought it was Oakland or somebody.
No, it's Colorado.
Colorado, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes all the time. Minor league cities.
It does. Yeah, it used to be this. Actually, the stadium
used to be
was built for the San Francisco Giants. The Giants used to be here many years ago.
Yeah, it was there. It was the Giants AAA facility.
AAA team in Fresno, correct?
Yeah. Hate to say it, Sam. That never. I always felt like they belonged in Sacramento. You got
the Giants
down there walking around in blue. I mean, come on, Sacramento. So when they came here, that was one of the greatest events in Sacramento history, in my opinion. So, yeah. So he'll come up eventually. He'll come up. So who do you got?
Oh man,
you got Big Sam.
It could be Toronto.
Could be. Good
could
call.
be Toronto. You know.
Yeah.
Because Toronto was just what
beat LA
one pitch away or two pitches away, one out away or two outs away
from
making it happen.
They outplayed LA, but
they outplayed LA.
They had the magic last year. In a way, right. It was their year, right?
It was, and I think
they got outplayed in the World Series.
Yeah, and I think what's going to happen now is that because every year is different. Every year is different. You got different players. I think the Dodgers will be in the mix, but the Dodgers they sort of shot their wad last year because now Freddie Freeman's hurt. Mookie Betts is his last. Yeah, Mookie Betts is going to play. This is going to be his last year. He had an outstanding career with Boston and LA.
Betts and Freeman are getting older. You saw it last year because it took a long time to get going. Now they got going, especially Freeman. But did you say Freeman's hurt?
No, he's recovering from last year. He was hurt, Okay. But he now this year he's not even playing in the baseball classic. He's not even doing that. He's just gonna sit it out because due to injury. So he's just gonna get healthy. Right. But I think Toronto could be in the mix.
Right.
It could be. It could be. There's a couple of teams on the East Coast, like Philadelphia is. They're not there. They're trying to get there, but they're not there yet. The Mets are trying to get there. They're not there yet either.
Something tells me that the Mets. Something tells me that they've got something going on they got something going on.
Well, yeah. They're one of those teams that just might be in the mix at the end of the season, but it a lot of depends. Injuries, folks. You can have the best team on paper, but then guys go down and injuries happen.
Forever.
No,
Yeah,
and so, but I think what happens now, a team I like, they're never gonna. I don't think they're gonna ever do it.
The A's.
But I don't. Oh no, not the A's. Well, the A's, but see, the A's they don't keep anybody. And then, but Cincinnati Reds. But I think what's going to happen is De La Cruz, that shortstop, and that dude is smooth as butter.
He's bad, man.
He's a good player too, and so there's talk about him.
That's one of my favorite players, De La Cruz.
Yeah.
Oh, let me. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Uncle. Two things.
You did cut me off.
I did.
Never mind.
But,
I know.
I'm gonna give it right back to you.
It's okay.
The player wasn't Acuna. My cousin, who was watching right now, Melvin, he got me right. He said it was Ozuna. Ozuna was hurt. That's the one who's coming back. That we were talking about. Yeah, Ozuna was coming back.
That hit 50 home runs and stole 70 bases 2 years ago. I always get those two mixed up.
Yeah, it's like one of them. I think it's Acuna, but it's it's one of them.
That sold like 70 bases, hit all those home runs. He hurt his leg last year.
Yeah, that was him.
A bag or something.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, he was out. He was out because he missed out. I missed out. I go to the Braves game pretty regular now,
right.
So he was hurt every time I went to go see him.
Which one?
Azuna. Yeah, Acuna is a beast, but Azuna is yeah.
Well,
man.
like I mean, they're both good players, but one is like Hall of Fame, probably first ballot. That's the one that got hurt last year.
Yeah, I to be honest, I think both of them are kind of. I think that they're kind of trending. I think both of them are kind of trending. You're just in a different way. They both have big numbers, just in different ways. You know
sure,
what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right. Yeah.
All right, back to you.
All right. I just think, like you can go through the rosters. The Yankees will be there, but like I said before, Cashman and Aaron Boone are like tied together. And every year I say they got to get rid of Boone. They never do. Cashman will never get rid of Aaron Boone. He just signed a new contract. He signed an extension last year. But they don't. And I think Aaron Judge from this area went to Fresno State, outstanding baseball player. But I'm thinking, unless they put some more people around him, especially on the pitching, they got to have some bullpen guys. They got to have starters. They haven't had a real good starter since probably Roger Clemens, maybe that era of baseball. But I think the Yankees they're always sort of like there. But again, if George, these are all ifs because, people have passed away. But if George Steinbrenner was still the owner of the Yankees would have won a couple of World Series by now.
Maybe.
Because he would go buy whoever was the best, hottest player, out right now. He would go buy them.
I think he's the type, not to go political or anything. He reminded me a little bit of our president, and he just, I have to win. I refuse to lose. I will, buy, whatever, So he would have done what that blue team in LA is doing now, and would have probably looked at them and said, "You're not going to outdo me. I see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to pay Ohtani $700 million. I'm paying him $800 million."
Right.
Well,
there's going to be an $800 million baseball player coming out,
and I'm deferring that thing.
And in the next couple of years, there's going to be a baseball player that's going to be not probably worth that amount. That's going to be paid. There's a difference between worth that amount and paid that amount.
Eventually, I mean, nobody thought Ohtani would have got even Ohtani's $700 million. They kind of had to work out a deal to do it.
Yeah, that's still overpaid, but
they're paying him $2 million a year for 9 years.
Right.
And then in year 10 or after year 9, he'll get what would be something like a lump sum, right? A balloon payment of $680 million, or probably $682 million, That's how they did it. So on the books, he's only taking up $2 million worth of space.
Right, because because they can sign more talented players.
Right.
And that's what the Dodgers front office is one of the smartest front offices in all of baseball.
Right.
How do you win? You're picking at the end of the draft every year for 10, 11 years now, but you have one of the strongest. But you keep winning, and you have one of the strongest minor league systems.
Because you buy the players.
They bought their superstars.
Right, and then nothing wrong with that. Right, nothing wrong with that.
Well, it is if you ask me. But I mean, they're kind of running. Greg
Never mind.
Johnson, the Giants owner, Greg Johnson, came out a few days ago and said something that raised some eyebrows. He said, "What LA is doing is good for baseball." Now I'm going to go back and listen to the interview. I'll catch it on YouTube or something. But I was so shocked. You know, I mean, maybe revenue is up because the number 2 market is, you know, all of Southern California is electrified.
Yeah, but see, LA is the number 2 market in all of baseball. New York's number 1, LA's number 2.
That's what I just said. The number 2 market is just excited, reinvigorated about theoretically a dying sport, right? You see people here, it's this far north. You know, some people say that California ends at Sacramento. You know, you go further north in the wilderness or whatever. But you see people as far north as up here walking around in that disgusting cap, you know, proud of themselves. And so I guess in that way, it's kind of, you know, reinvigorating the game a little bit. You know, I don't think it's good for competitive balance, but
it's only because, but Nathan, that's only because your team. But don't feel bad. Your team, the Giants. Oh my God, they are loaded. I see it. I see it every day because I watch these teams.
Buster's doing it smart. He's not just going out spending $1 billion a year on talent. Only a few teams can do that. So it does not speak to competitive balance, because if 3 or 4 teams are getting all the best players, you know, then everybody else has the second rung to choose from.
But LA, you got to remember, last year LA had dropped to like second place for like a month, right? Probably like in July, they were, you know, LA is like fighting in second place, you know. But
they didn't go wire to wire. That's like leading from day 1 to day 162. Right. They didn't do that, but I don't think they fell out of first for a month. I think San Diego might have caught them for a week or a few days. I don't think it was a month. But who cares what happens in May or June? You know, it's the end of the season that counts.
Hey, Uncle, we got like 5 minutes left.
All right, well, I want to wrap it up. It was a good conversation today, folks. I want to thank Javier. He's an engineer. Without Javier, we don't, you know. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Clear, crystal.
Yep.
Oh, because I can't see my face. I'm like, where is my face?
I don't see you either.
Here we go. There we go. I must have pushed the wrong button. Sorry, people. I tend to do that sometimes. Yeah. So anyway, I want to thank Javier. I want to thank Frankie up in Tracy.
Thanks for having me.
And also Nathan, of course, from Sacramento. I want to thank you guys again. This is Big Sam and Nephews. I want to thank my sponsors. I want to go again.
My Guy Market at 504 East Belmont Avenue, maker of the world famous and world renowned Checkmate sandwich.
Look at that.
Made by the amazing cook, Eddie, the man on the grill.
And I also want to thank Frank. Can never forget my guy, Floyd Sanchez, who's the owner of My Guy Market. So I want to thank My Guy Market. Always, like I said, they're good people. All my sponsors are really good guys. They're good people. Hope to see him this year at the. I mean, I think I will see him at the ballpark because I work with kids at the water park in right field, and that's my job. You know,
them little kids, man.
I'm an underpaid babysitter. Is what I am. I love it.
Kids, man, it is hilarious. It is hilarious, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. So he'll be, and plus, you know, Floyd's got some young children anyway, so he brings your kid. He uses kids all the time, so. We like that. And also, I want to thank my other sponsor, Fresno Social Sports, where adults come to have fun and connect, and they are building community one game at a time. They have a lot of adult sports, like they do kickball, coming up. That's one of the sports they play. They do. I think now they're doing indoor soccer. They do a prom down up in Madeira for
That sounds
adults.
like fun.
Adults, get your, rent your
Go to
tuxedo.
a prom with your wife or your
Yeah,
girlfriend.
with your wife or your girl, right? With your wife or your girlfriend or significant other, and that's what they do. And maybe you missed the prom as a teenager. Well, this is one you can
I did.
relive those. Did you? Yeah, you can relive those days. I didn't even go to my prom. I
I didn't
actually
either.
the next year I took a friend of mine's sister to the prom. I took her to the prom.
Right.
So I didn't go the year that my prom popped up. I didn't go. I just didn't go. But the next year I went and took my friend's sister. So we did that. But that was then. Oh,
yeah. So
also,
Fresno social sports, adult pickleball where adults come.
I forgot about pickleball, man.
Yeah, we got you. We got you, Uncle. He got you. Let him handle that thing.
Because you don't like pickle. That's why you forgot pickleball.
Well, probably, yeah. Because I don't like. Well, actually, you know what? I like. I make my own. Which I'm gonna do as soon as I get off the air. I'm gonna make some. I got some salmon, so I'm gonna make some tartar sauce with with the relish and mayonnaise. Since that's all it is, and whip it up. That's why I make my own.
I was the last time I was in New Orleans. I said, let me order the most exotic thing on the menu. So, and I was with a buddy of mine. I went to high school, Wendy, right? She was on assignment down there. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to order the most exotic thing I can find. So I ordered a deep fried and buttered, like what's that when it has batter on it or battered or whatever?
Yeah.
Pickle. Or deep fried pickle kind of thing, No, ain't getting it again. Okay. Ooh. But I wanted to try something exotic.
Well, that's exotic for you, buddy.
Man, I thought you would have said alligator or something down in New Orleans. Dang.
Right, yeah. Also,
I'm vegetarian. Long time.
I'm saying, pickle's not exotic to me. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Only time you'll see me with an alligator is when he's around
on your feet, yeah,
at the belt or where I'm walking in them.
That's right.
Also, I wanted to finish up. Fresno Social Sports is the owner, Eric DeYoung, great guy. I saw Eric about 2 weeks ago at the job fair. Really cool dude. And also, I got my Big Sam shout outs, and I want to give a shout out to my my stat guy. I got two stat guys. I got my brother Gregory Williams. He's one of my stat guys, and then also birthday shout out to I guess I could call her a friend now. Our girl Riley Walls. Her birthday was either yesterday. I want to say
happy birthday, Riley.
Happy birthday to you, Riley. Right, and also I want to give my main man John Stockton a shout out, and then I want to give a shout out to Salvador Carrion. He's fighting the battle right now, but he's winning. I'm sure, hopefully. And also I want to give a shout out to my other stat guy, Melvin.
Yeah, great. How about our main stat guy?
Melvin is watching right now. Awesome. Melvin, he is on the chat. I am on the chat with people right now.
Right,
chatting back and forth.
Awesome.
We have Cheryl and Melvin are on the chat right now. Thank you, Cheryl. So shout out to Cheryl.
Excellent.
She is.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to our main stat guy, the man who works the board. That's Javier.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You bet.
Of course. Without you, matter of fact, people, we don't even go on. If there's no Javier, forget about it.
Yeah,
right?
We was having a little technical issues earlier. My girl Cheryl, she got me right. She was like, "Hey, I can't hear you." It's like, "Oh, right. Hold on, let me fix it."
You always save us, Javier.
It's all good.
Actually, Javier saved me yesterday. I called him up yesterday. My roommate did not have a email address, right? Because you gotta have an email. Everybody's gotta have an email address.
Old people, man. I swear to God.
I know. So anyway, he went and put together, got an email address now. So now John's got an email address now. So
you're welcome, John.
Shout out to John. Good. Yeah. So anyway, we will be back on. The show comes on every Sunday at 4:00 Pacific Standard Time. If you're in the Midwest or you're further out, you probably get on 6, 7 in the afternoon. But we come on at 4 o'clock here in California, so we rock and roll every Sunday. We rock and roll, so just kind of pitch the stuff out there. There's nothing. We're not gonna get rich off this thing. That's not why we do it. We just do it. We don't get no popularity out of it. Maybe I don't think I'm that popular anyway.
Well, I'll
Get
be,
rid of Big Sam.
I'll be out there Thursday. So we'll be out there.
You are.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm bringing my wife and.
Well, bring her. Come on, bring her down, dude.
Yeah, I'm bringing my wife and little Sakani with us. So.
Oh.
That's the baby.
Yes, baby.
Nice. And you all are gonna come down to Fresno?
We'll try. I'll try to see because I gotta fly back. She's gonna stay there, but I gotta fly back and forth to do something in the warehouse and do some other work, and then I'm gonna fly back. So because I gotta go to LA and do some other stuff, so I'm trying to kind of figure out the flight paths right now. But we'll try to figure it out. I think I'm gonna stay for the week and then fly back like Saturday or Sunday, and then do what I need to do in Atlanta, and then fly back out to California. One of them things. So we'll see. We'll figure it out.
Well, I would like to see everyone because I haven't seen everyone.
Yeah, we'll try to do it on the weekend. We'll try to do it on the weekend coming up.
Next weekend or the weekend after next?
No, probably this weekend coming up. That might be the best to do it.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, you ought to take Javier to my.
I know we might have to come down Saturday since they're closed Sunday.
Yeah. Come Saturday, and we can go by Mad Guy Market.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out Fresno Social Sports.
Oh no, I got to see.
Eric. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I apologize. I want to tell you right now that the owner of Fresno Social Sports is my man Eric DeYoung. Great guy. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
I'll say it again. So anyway, I did because I was talking about. I just saw him like 2 weeks ago. So anyway, but yeah, I'd be so cool if you come down because I'm always happy to see my relatives, man. Can't get enough of them, man.
Yeah, I think she's going to San Francisco on Saturday. So I don't know. I got to see because I think Courtney's going to do something. So yeah, we'll try to figure it out. Like I say, I think if not this weekend, if not this one coming up, if not this one, probably be like the 28th or something like that.
Okay, just let me know, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because I love to see the family. I love to see the little guy too,
I know, yeah, because then I got to fly down to LA like the next day, so it might have to be, because I got to fly to LA on the second. Shit, I might not even be able to come back to Atlanta. All right, we'll figure it out.
All right, dude. All right, thank you, everybody. God bless everybody. Big Sam and Nephews. Please join this. Please subscribe, join this podcast. It's a nice little family podcast, So I'm just saying.
Subscribe and share.
We in the chat, baby. We in the chat.
We will see you guys next Sunday.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Have a good one. Later, Bye-bye. Chat. Thank you, chat.
And thank you, little Melvin.
Try to recover the things that I lack. Happiness flows back into